There's a secret buried in the heart of every Leo woman. She is both the sun and the eclipse, the roar and the silence that follows. What no one tells you is that her radiance isn't just natural, it's a deliberate defiance against an inner shadow she refuses to name. The Leo woman doesn't fear darkness, she knows it, intimately. Her fire isn't just confidence, it's a rebellion against a haunting, unspoken question. What if I'm not enough? Not enough to sustain the love she gives, not enough to justify the space she takes up, not enough to warrant the loyalty she demands. And so she burns brighter, louder, grander, not because she's shallow, but because she's terrified of the answer. But here's where her divine magic unfolds. The sun, her celestial ruler, doesn't just illuminate her path, it anoints her. It wraps her in a golden armor of self-assurance that no human hand could ever bestow. She is cosmically protected, not from pain, but from permanent defeat. The universe itself whispers to her in moments of doubt, "You are the light." And when the world fails to reflect her worth back to her, she learns the sacred art of becoming her own validation. This is her hidden superpower, the ability to self-ignite. While others wait to be seen, she becomes her own spotlight. While others beg for approval, she writes her own praise. The Leo woman at her highest evolution doesn't just receive love, she generates it from within, like the sun sustains life without asking permission. She becomes her own most passionate supporter, her own fiercest believer, her own unstoppable force of nature. But this is the part that breaks her heart. The more she glows, the harder it becomes for anyone to notice when she's tired. People assume her light is infinite. They don't see the cost of that brilliance, the nights she spends wondering if she's loved for her or for the warmth she provides. They don't realize that her most vulnerable act isn't asking for help, but allowing herself to be ordinary. To be seen without her armor of charisma, without the shield of her humor, without the crown she spent a lifetime polishing. Yet even in these moments of raw humanity, her planetary protector doesn't abandon her. The sun reminds her, you are allowed to eclipse. You are allowed to rest. Your worth isn't measured in lumens. And when she emerges again, because she always does, it's with the quiet understanding that her value doesn't fluctuate with outside opinion. She carries an inner knowing that she is and always will be essential, not because of what she does for others, but simply because she exists. So if you ever earn the privilege of seeing her unguarded, here's what you'll find. Not just a queen, but a celestial event. A woman who has learned to be both the light and the witness to her own brilliance. Who has stared into the abyss of self-doubt and responded by setting herself on fire, not to prove anything to the world, but because burning brightly is her birthright. And that's the ultimate paradox of the Leo woman. Her greatest strength isn't just her fire, it's her divine right to keep burning exactly as she is, unapologetic, unextinguishable, and utterly, magnificently enough.